romance angels here. We have romance angels doing a snapshot, right? You've been through something like external warfare, right? Spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, right? People tried to break you because you broke their illusion. Just you being there is the light. So you got stronger in their presence, and that activated you internally. Now the oppression is internal. It's an uncomfortable shift, and you're releasing old patterns. As the timeline collapses, Aquarius, right, you're going to be renewed. You can't take the old mindset, the old patterns, right? You're no longer allowing things in that drain you. It's not allowed. Access denied, Aquarius. Access denied. Stepping into your new timeline. So it's unfamiliar and it feels a bit scary right now. But this is the angels saying your alignment matters. How you're thinking about it matters. So get in there and do some work in your mental body and align it. They're saying gratitude will help the energy flow. Gratitude list. What? Sometimes it's hard to find one thing, Aquarius. You've been through a storm, right? A psychological storm. And that is now bringing it internal. So you're not in the storm anymore. You made it through the wilderness, right? People were out to get you, to stop your light, because they could see this moment. And here you are. This is going through the worst and still coming out positive, still coming out blessing people, still coming out with forgiveness, still coming out with detachment. You'll be surprised how fast this timeline collapses and the new starts to build. Everything that you planted, when you didn't get any results, when you did it all by yourself, when you felt alone and isolated and abandoned, right? There was a dark time, I'm telling you. The angels are saying you made it through, or you wouldn't be listening to this video. I'm carrying codes to help you awaken and to help your ancient sacred knowledge come to the forefront of what the enemy did not want you to get. So you made it. Now you have to ask. They're saying make a list of what you want. There's lots of keys here. You want keys to things. What keys would you like? Keys. Write the list and then say thank you for it in advance. And dream again. Because there's been a fight or flight energy, you know. This is where you're dissolving that intense anxiety on being aware of what's going to fall next, or what's the worst outcome, right? You're on hypervigilance. And this is going to dissipate, new word. Shout out to Blue Ray Mountain there. Letting go of all your guilt, honey. Not even yours, right? You took it on from your ancestors. Thanks, Grandpa. I mean, most people got an inheritance of it anyway. You inherit these things, and you did it because you're a warrior spirit, right? So this is the internal shift, is releasing those old patterns taken from your generational coding and being replaced now with unconditional love and wisdom. So you're not beating yourself up anymore. You're saying you did it. Well done. It's over. Organize for success now. Get ready. Clear the decks. You're not the same person anymore. Hope this is lifting your vibration, whatever you can do to be more positive. Get into the positive mindset through gratitude. Right? There is an employment change coming ahead. And this is all preparation for it. So your strategy now, right? Because you know you're a threat to delusion. When you come in with your integrity and you've been feeling guilty about speaking up, and that's because of the oppression against you, psychological warfare. But now it's creating this internal shift that you have to go and dig that guilt up and go, I'm going to release that. It's your inability to play dirty, right? There was a character assassination here on you. You've been through a lot. because of this moment. They tried to erase your identity. That's what is under attack. And when you align your identity with your destiny, there is no turning back. You are unstoppable now. I know you don't feel it, but that's why I'm here to tell you. The psychological warfare timeline has collapsed. Nothing can touch you. Your frequencies are raising, and you're having knowledge and your blueprint about the future. They didn't stop you. They did everything in their power, the enemy, because they saw that this burst through. They did not want you to make it to this gateway. We're doing a snapshot here. Aquarius, welcome to the channel. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Welcome all new subscribers. We're getting messages here from the angelic kingdom and also our brothers and sisters of the light in the Pleiades, right? Our star brothers and sisters. If you don't know your identity, your star seed of origin, you find that out in your Destiny Star activation and reading, which is available now in the description box at reikibybella.com. The world is over. See, this is a cycle. Like, you can't fit back into the old package of what people thought you were. So you've expanded out. This is your consciousness expanding, thinking and about things beyond your imagination before. You would never have even thought of these things were possible. The shift is amazing, immense. And you're shifting out of this, right? Not waiting on anybody else's validation or anybody else's move in the 3D. You're not doing that anymore. You're following your own radar system. Radar, whoa. You got radar system, Aquarius. Right, people come near you, the radar goes off. It's an energetic frequency. It lets you know. You're very aware. And at this time, you're doing a lot of looking at the tiny details, then looking at the big picture, right? Looking at the tiny details, so you're going in and out in your vision here. So just wait until it settles, until you get your, there's a spot where you just will resonate and it will be still. As all this past trauma, right, releases from your energy field. They're showing me like steam coming off your body, and it's like lifting. And as it does, you're receiving your new identity, or you're revealing your true self, rather, and you're receiving your new destiny. This is your new destiny contract. Well, this one here, no, you don't suffer fools at all. Right? You've transformed completely. Look, you're coming out of the chrysalis. This is an uncomfortable place, and you're needing protection. That's why the angels sent me here. So we're bringing in a Christos, and I'm going to give you some protection Reiki to seal your auric field, right? Because you're needing to heal within, because the external energy is being released here. This is an old coding of a past timeline that's collapsed. So you can actually feel grief in this energy, right? But it's good because here, look, how fast is that? Only Aquarius, from death to the fool, like that. The world underneath, you've been in this time of slow motion, you know, where you're going, when is it my turn? When are things turning out for me? And then you get the echo of the past of the psychological warfare because the energy's being released. And that can be troubling. That's why I'm here to tell you, just let it go, because it's on its way out. You're going to rebuild yourself. Something different is emerging here that cannot be touched. This new timeline is your destiny timeline, Aquarius. Look at that. Wow. People will recognize you. Right, so you've outgrown a few situations, circumstances, people. Maybe all of the above. You've even outgrown ways you used to think. Excuse me. Old thought patterns will resurface, but they're coming around like at a concentric circle, you know? So you can say goodbye. Just hear the echo and let it go, because you're in this transition from letting the ache of the past go to the whisper of the future calling you. Immense, epic. 4, 5 major arcanas, Aquarius. Asking the angels to help you, asking for intervention, divine intervention. This is a very extreme turning point, and it's internal. No one can see this. No one has noticed. No one understood the fear that you went through, the mind game, the mind control. Right? It seems very real, and here you are. Look, 6 of Wands. Far out. Brussels to the sprout. Right here, 6 of Cups. You're going, whoa, what just happened? Did I just get through that? See the echo of the past? You're looking in the past, still letting it go, because it's unfathomable. Fathomable. The word for you, right? Mabul. How people can be so, like this is seeing you've transformed because of the enemy. But you've never, like it's hard to imagine no heart. You know, there's no heart. I don't know how to explain it, but this is like narcopathy. Narcopathy? Narcopathy. Right, so you stared evil in the face, Aquarius. And it fell down. And you're like, wow, did I do that? It's like, yeah, you did that. It's over. You went through it. You didn't back down. You scared the enemy out of the building, off the field. Bam. Look that. Ace of Cups comes in. Excuse me, Aquarius. This is Aquarius. You can turn around now. Let the past go. Yeah, you're not the same person anymore. Look at that. You're looking at your old self. Going, wow, I wouldn't put up with that now. Like just your energy speaks. You're not going to be around those types of people. But you made it through. Now you have the wisdom through your experience. Don't you love experience? And you did it. I mean, you rock right on here. I'm not joking. This went to every cell of your body. It stripped you bare. And there were moments that you didn't want to be here. And that's those moments now that are creating the foundation, right? A different foundation. It's not going to fall. It's on your wisdom. And then love comes in. Ah, look. Yeah, you did it. Look at that. You might be still walking away, you know, because the echo's still there. So that's why I've come to you today in this reading with the angels to encourage you to keep going. It's going to be worth it. I know there's times you don't think so. But you're not alone. And being here part of the Bella 5 Star Collective, you're tuned into a higher vibe, right? There's no turning back now. We're calling in the romance angels for Aquarius. Romance angels. See? So when you internally change, the external is going to rock your world, Aquarius. Your world is going to be prepare. Get prepared. Get prepared. I'm talking about in your romance, they say. Because you don't care. Like there's no fear here because you've just released it all. You've looked at it in the face. You sat there in it. Right? You've let the grief go, the guilt. The bird is talking to you. You got to trust in your heart. You got to trust that your soul thought that this was a good idea, this mission, because of the payoff. Right? So now you're here. You're through your initiation. You're through your wall of fire. And you've been purified. You're not the same person. You're going to say the same things. You won't want to do the same, hang at the same places, talk to the same people, eat even the same food. Like you're going to look different. Your jawline's changing. You're like, I can see through their masks and they still pretend. You know? This is, you're just looking at it going, oh my God, I can't believe people. People. The people, sheeple people. And then, wow, look. It's like you've both done the same thing, you know? You've both been through a time of confusion and delay and deception. And you recognize each other. It's so cool here, look. This is very intense, right? Get prepared for a moment of intensity in your emotional body because this is lifting. And this lifts the pattern of putting others before you. The people-pleasing timeline has collapsed. The patterning has released. You no longer do it. So you go, well, what do I do? So there's a habit here that happens and you go, hang on a minute, I don't want to do that. because it's just the program playing. So you go, you call it back, and you go, I am worthy. This is you. I magnetize to me. There's no more searching. There's no more seeking. There's no more, wanting something that you don't have. You're attracting it in. Rock right on, Aquarius. This is your shift. This is your time. Right? You're being very, you're not even going to believe it. Another thing the angels want to say to you, right, is you have no idea of the love that you have inside you, your creativity, how an amazing, unique individual that you are, and that you're very important. Because you may think, well, nobody sees me, well, nobody knows. It's like the collective is waiting for you to light up. And then you'll be in a different frequency. You'll be on the intranet. And you'll just think about things and attract them in. Because you've been bamboozled here in the past. Right? This is bait and switch, isn't it? It's bait and switch. This is a trick the narcopath uses to draw you in and then backs away. And you're like, well, I'm not going to be drawn in. If I don't get drawn in the first place, then I can't be switched. So I'm not going to take the bait. For I am the bait. Good on you. Yeah, you're demanding, right? Not yet. You're feeling a bit insecure, maybe now a bit like, punched in the stomach, that winded feeling. But that's all going to shift, and I'm here to help that happen. And the romance angel says it's creating a space where true love can come and stay, where you won't be triggered, where you'll be emotionally regulated and able to be calm and set boundaries with ease. Ah, look at that. Lookity look. So this is already connected in spirit, you see? There's already a connection here. And you've just had to clear the codependency, clear deception, and clear guilt. And once you do that, what would help you here in this activation is the Soulmate Workshop. It's free. And Soulmate Reiki Attunement. That's the Soulmate Reiki Attunement. This is you getting very clear on your boundaries. You know why? Because you want this relationship to work. And you know what codependency is. And you know what triggers you now. And you know you've got to put things into place to make it a solid foundation. True love's coming to stay a while. Huh? Get ready. True love's coming to visit. I love you. Thanks for watching. So exciting to bring you this reading. Your transformation is now from the internal to the external. So watch it with awe and joy, not with anxiety and doubt. If I can help in any way, get your Destiny Star Activation reading to know your destined love, your starseed of origin, your angelic realm that you come from down here, and who your life purpose is destined with. Because we're receiving now divine blueprints. So they're the blueprint of the business, of the foundation of the relationships and things like that. You receive it in your cellular body, and this is why you had to go through this. This is intense. This is also divine timing, right? That's why I'm so excited for you, because this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't going to be replaced with your divine blueprint. This is a timeline shift jump. I love you. Thanks for watching. You're so brave and amazing.